Hi! We missed today. We're sorry. We were out of town for the night. Couldn't get to internet unless you guys wanted to see us on my phone, which would have been kind of janky. Because my screen's all broke. Nice and cracked and awesome. But we're back today. Trying to think of what to talk about.
How adorable Ralphie is.
We do. A little miniature introduction. He's just like, I was sleeping, guys. Put me down.
Why you do this?
He's our 13-year-old rescue dachshund. He's very adorable. Can you put him down? And then go back to sleep.
He's a vicious killer.
Vicious killer, barks at everything from leaves to mailmen.
Including bigger dogs. And as soon as you see him up close, he's like,
Never mind. I'm so
I
sorry.
meant
Don't hurt me. He's a lot of talk, but not a lot of stuff to
Action.
back it up. So what do we do today, hon?
We worked on cleaning our room.
Our room is a disaster because Robert has enough clothing to clothe a third world country.
It's all my fault. Yep.
It is because I can't keep up unfolding by myself. So we have clothes all over the place. Most of them clean, but we have just stuff all over the place. It is. I'm working. Okay, I have a lot of clothes too, but Robert has way more than I do. It's weird.
I have a lot of t-shirts.
He has enough t-shirts probably to stretch from Wisconsin to California and back. It's ridiculous.
That is a slight exaggeration. Probably
Only
just across
slight.
Wisconsin.
Only slight. He seriously has like 3 or 4 drawers full of t-shirts, and
Actually, I only have 1.5 at the moment.
because they're all still not folded. Once they're folded, you have 2 to 3 drawers just full of t-shirts.
Which I packed to the brim.
Yes. He rolls them, and then they're layered, like 3 layers deep.
It's efficient, but hard to find the ones you're looking for because they're all the same color.
Yeah, he has a lot of black t-shirts. What else did we do? Oh, we started planning our trip to Daisho-con, which is a semi-local con. It's a con in Wisconsin down in the tourist town of Wisconsin Dells at a big old resort. And we are hoping to go this year. We kind of have cosplay plans because I can talk. Who did you want to go for cosplay as?
These are my friends.
That was terrible.
Yes, that
It
was
was so off.
Sweeney Todd.
He wants to go Sweeney Todd, and I am thinking about doing Mrs. Lovett from Sweeney
You have a
Todd.
charming notion, eminently practical yet appropriate as always. Mrs. Lovett, how I've lived without you all these years, I'll never know.
Robert has this nasty habit of speaking song lyrics, and it
Or
drives me
singing
nuts.
anytime something reminds me of a song. That
That's
also drives
true.
me nuts.
It drives me nuts because he'll do it in the middle of a conversation that I'm trying to have, like a serious conversation, and he'll just start singing at me, and it drives me crazy.
She also can't have a serious conversation with me because apparently my grumpy face makes her laugh.
You're a grumpy face. See? It's hilarious. He looks like Grumpy Cat. So I was thinking about doing Mrs. Lovett, and I'm also thinking about possibly doing Rarity from My Little Pony.
We should dress Ralph up.
Because I'm a brony. Ralph can't come with us. If Ralph could
You're
come
not
with...
a brony.
Oh, I'm a Pegasister. To me, they're the same thing, so I don't understand why there's a differentiation, but whatever, I'm a Pegasister. Robert is a in denial brony. He watches the show with me, and he has favorite characters and stuff. But he's not necessarily into like the dressing up and having plushies and everything like that. I have 2 Rarity plushies and 1 little Rarity doll. So I have 3 pieces of My Little Pony memorabilia as of now. If I could, I would dress Ralphie up as Sweetie Belle, and he could be my little sister all weekend. Or maybe I could be Pinkie Pie and you can be Gummy.
I think he'd be better as Gummy.
Yeah. Gummy, gummy, gummy. Gummy, gummy, gummy. Gummy, gummy. My dog is so unamused right now. Yeah, he's doing. You just want pets. You just want pets. I'm sleepy. It's late. It's like 11:13 here. What else do we talk about today? We were thinking about taking a trip to Disney, and we decided not to because we can't afford it because we are broke college students. So it was a hard decision to come to because it was a very, very cool opportunity and everything like that. But it's just we have to be practical and we have to be adults, and it sucks, but we just can't afford it this year. It's it's a $2,000 for like I would have to pay $2,000. Robert would have to pay $2,000, and for the two of us to come up with $4,000 when he's only working part time. I'm gonna start hopefully working part time soon, and then start school on top of that. It's very, very unrealistic for us to try and do that without huge amounts of help, and we just don't want to put that burden on our friends and family. So we decided that we're going to step down and not do the trip. Instead, we're going to try and go to some local cons around here and do some different events.
And try to go next year.
We're going to try and do a couple of smaller events around here.
Like
DaishoCon. Possibly looking at doing Cider Fest, which would be a BronyCon.
Maybe KitsuneCon, if we haven't missed that already.
No, KitsuneCon would be next February, I believe. That's a con that's actually super close. It's only like 45 minutes away. I know there's a couple other that I'm missing too. Possibly doing some stuff with the Society for Creative Anachronism, which we are both a part of. SCA. It is a medieval reenactment group. We reenact the Middle Ages from basically from 1600 past, like from most people say from like from year 0 to year 1600, but with some of the stuff that we do, we actually go a little bit earlier than that, because we do accept Roman persona and Roman stuff into the SCA, which predates year 0. But we want to kind of do some more stuff with there. It's really fun. There's a lot of really cool people. You find people that are into like everything. They're into doing all different things. Like I learned how to do this. This is called an inkle loom. It's a medieval way of making belts and trims and stuff. And
Alfie is slightly alarmed.
No, he's asleep.
He was when you had it in front of his face.
And this is a new weave that I just learned how to make on it, so I'm having fun with it.
There's also the genteel art of Elizabethan street brawling,
which is rapier fighting. It's kind of like, okay, we use the same kind of sword almost as fencing, but we use more of an Elizabethan style fencing blade. It's basically like a really super skinny sword. But it's not.
Rapier.
It's a rapier, but it's not the super skinny fencing swords.
It's a rapier, not a fencing sword.
A fencing sword to me looks more like a giant needle with a really big handle. Rapier, you can have different handle styles and stuff like that as long as they meet different standards. But the blade is typically starts out at about that thick.
I think there's actually a special term for a fencing sword, like an épée or something like that.
I don't know. I know that there's the foil and the foible of a rapier sword, but a period sharpened rapier sword can cut through a human torso with only 3 pounds of pressure. So we don't use sharpened ones. We use ones that have safety tips on them, and they're never sharpened and everything like that. They have to go through different tests to make sure that they're okay to use, so we can be as safe as possible.
There's also heavy combat.
Which is guys getting in homemade suits of armor
and beating each other with rattan sticks.
Which is basically like bamboo, but it's very tight and it's very hard. But with the armor, you don't hurt as bad. It still hurts. I have actually a couple female friends that have done rapier and everything, or done heavy combat and everything like that, and they come out with bruises. And I have female and male friends that they get bruises a lot of times on the sides, a lot of times right underneath your butt cheek, on your thighs and stuff like that, because those are the couple places that the armor doesn't necessarily have to cover, but it can cover.
I got helmet tested with a warhammer.
Yeah, I have been helmet tested with a regular rapier or regular heavy combat sword, and the helmet that was used on me was actually the same helmet that was used on you, and it rings like a bell. As soon as you get hit, it just dings, and a lot of people actually wear ear pro when they're in there. there's all different things. There's the rapier, there's heavy combat, there's archery, combat archery. There's the weaving, there's bardic arts, which are storytelling and singing and things of that general nature.
Dancing.
There's dancing, which is really fun. I'm into more of the arts and science. There's arts and sciences, and then there's the martial arts.
And then there's service arts.
And there's service arts. But service arts are basically volunteering to run events and everything like that. I'm into more of the arts and sciences and the service arts, which is creating things, and like creating garb, which is what we call our clothing and our costumes. Creating garb and doing stuff like that. And the bardic arts and everything like that. Cooking, all that kind of stuff. More of the girly stuff, although we have a lot of guys that are absolutely amazing. One of my favorite people in the SEA is, he's a bard, and he's just the most amazing storyteller you'll ever hear. He's just completely captures you every time he tries to tell a story, and he's very into history and everything like that. It's really fun following him on Facebook because he gives you little random history facts during the day. And there's the martial arts, which are the different combats and fighting and everything like that. Well, those are just some things that we kind of want to get into. Not having that $4,000 bill hovering over our head is going to allow us to do a lot more of that. And it's been a major stressor trying to come to the decision of whether or not we want to go. We do really want to go. It'd be an amazing opportunity because there's an opportunity to do a backstage Disney tour where you actually get to see their costume shop at Disney World. See how their tech teams do their different stage events and everything like that, which would be really awesome for what we're into with the theater, but it's just
starting up the company
and starting up LFW and everything like that, but it's not in the cards right now, so we're hoping we can go next year. But this first year that they're going, it's just not feasible for us. We're still going to help as much as we can, but it's just not feasible for us. I
think that's all for today.
I think that's all we really got today. We'll probably go into more details of other stuff as it comes up. I can't really think of anything else. So, bye.